See what happens here. Okay, very slow, very quiet, not much happening. You can almost snore through the moves here. Looks like eventually White's going to play for e4. He's setting up Collie style. Oh, what do we have here? Would that be a mouse slip? Oh my goodness. Yikes. Oh, well, that's tragic. Okay, what am I missing? How does Black have compensation for this? What is he thinking? How long did he take on that move? Well, his clock went down 23 seconds, so he took 68 seconds on it. Well, he didn't resign, but he is losing. And now White just developed Black's queen for him. So I better not let Black back in the game. And White's happy to trade stuff, and Black isn't. So here, White's kind of falling into a trap. He's one of his own making. What do I mean by that? Well, you know, I've talked about this in a number of videos. I said, what's the strategy when you're material ahead? Well, we know that if we go down to an ending that we win, right? But our opponent's not going to let us. So the objective is use your extra piece to get a checkmate. So let's back this up. Now, White's not close to an attack yet, but he does have an extra piece. Okay, so instead of playing Queen F4 and trading and just trading down to a boring endgame win, let's get our pieces activated. Okay, Black has all 8 of his pawns, so we don't have open lines for our rooks. We got to open up some lines. So let's play for e4. Okay, now why am I doing this? I'm doing this to open up lines. Now we also know that if we're happy to trade, that if he takes, we're gonna exchange a little bit here. Okay, we're gonna be able to take that bishop next turn. Well, chances are Black's not going to take. So I'm going to make logical moves for Black. I mean, they're not forced. None of this is forced. We're going to go here. Now, White to play. Well, we need open lines. He didn't want to cooperate, so let's take here. Okay. Now, the queen is returned, has that lateral movement again when needed. And Black needs to take back. Which way should he take back? Well, if he takes back with the D pawn, his bishop kind of stays entombed. And it's the same thing here, but maybe later this bishop can come back into play. So let's just take with this, just for the sake of argument. Now, here's something White can do. Let's go attack a pawn. And I'll always say, what's Black going to do? We don't know. You're going to play h6 or g6. Let's pick one. Let's do this. Now I'm going to play here. I want to go here. That's what I want to do. So Black needs to develop something. Let's put the rook here. Now I'm going to do this. Let's get rid of double rooks. Okay, now White to play. Hey, we like trades. And Black says, I don't want trades. Okay, now let's say, I like trades. I'll trade my knight for your rook. I'm sure there are better moves available. But now, maybe we can sack. Instead of being a piece up, we'll be, well, it'll only be a pawn up. But let's try this. Let's bring this knight into play. Okay. So little by little, White's maybe making some progress. Say this comes over here. Let's kick this back. He comes back to defend. And now we can bring this rook up, and we'll find a way to move this knight somewhere. Maybe back here to come up here, get this rook swung over. Like I say, I'm just pointing stuff in the direction of the Black king. I'm trying for mate. So my point is, White knows he's winning, but he's developing a false sense of security. He's not trying. What has he done to improve his position over the last 2 moves? The answer is nothing.
Check.
Okay. where's this E4 freeing move that I played? Where is it? There it is. Okay. I guess he took this way to avoid being tempoed with by a rook. So white's winning, but he's got to be careful. Now where's his queen going to go? Don't have too many safe squares. Looks like we have 4 of them. Okay, but why does the queen only have so many squares it can move to? Well, partly because it's on the side of the board. Comes back here, keeping an eye on this. Okay, that's logical. Stopping the check. What can black really do here? More pressure down here. Probably play f5. I played there. Okay. Now here I guess he figures he's going to answer with f4 and pin whatever was there. But there's might be a flaw with this. Let's see.
Check.
Oh, you're going to get the queens off. Okay, they got the queens off. Okay, so white's strategy is working. He's been wanting to trade, and he did. So black should have played f5, I guess. But, black is moving too fast, too. Look at his clock. Hardly anything has come off. Same with white. So this move, well, you can't really do that either. Yuck. So that king shouldn't have gone to d7. Let's back this up. When this check came, black should just... No, he can't do that. This comes in.
Check.
Okay, well, can't always get what you want. Gonna have to play here rather than come to the center. Okay, so white strategy is working. Okay, now I've got a leg. Nothing is happening.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, here's that uh-oh. That means I've lost connection. 1 second. I have to close this out. Come back. Okay. Reconnect. Okay, I'm back. Now I come back on. I'm back here. Okay, let's see. Game action. Show my library. Let's see. This was who? This was Portola and chessabc. Let me skip about forward 20. Okay.
Check.
Oops, let me enlarge the board. So maybe black should just keep his pawn structure intact and tuck the queen over here. I don't know.
Check.
Okay, so pressure on e6. Yeah, he had to do that. Okay.
Check.
So not much of a game unless white blunders this. But here, I saw it in another league game. Somebody was a piece up and could have tried for mate, and the other side managed to get some very nasty pass pawns and he could have even drawn the game. So, time is important. But white's had a piece for a pawn, and he has been ever since he grabbed that knight on
Check.
c5.
Check.
And look at that. Just like that, out of the blue, here's a pass pawn. So something went wrong here. Okay, I guess he sees that if he takes, this takes, and he's dropping the piece back. So, white's not paying attention to what's going on here. Let's see, we got the check.
Check.
And this is kind of passive. But here comes that move. So maybe the idea should go to c4. I don't know. He comes back. Give black 2 free moves. Now white's okay still, but look at this. 2 center pass pawns. So wouldn't have been playing for mate like I was saying would be a better idea? White's not making any progress here. Okay, going to target this pawn. White has how many attackers? 2 on it. Black has 2 defenders. Here comes the 3rd attacker. Yep. And I guess he can get a 4th attacker on it too if need be. Well, wait a minute. What's wrong with rook here? What am I missing? I mean, black can, okay, let's say black centralizes the king. I can see that he's concerned that there's a pin here. Okay, I can see that. But here's an alternative. Let's get back the exchange. Now, I'm sorry to say, but white is winning this. This pawn is doomed, and it's only a matter of time before white wins this. A little sloppy, which is one of the reasons why you want to play for mate, but it's going to take a while. Okay. And white doesn't want to win that e4 pawn. Everything that was attacking it, he's taking it off. He's sending it elsewhere. So he's just doing maneuvering. I mean, what's wrong with going back to what you had? But, this knight's got to get here. You got the king on that square. And now black's developing him some counterplay. Now he wants white to take, and he'll anchor this d3 pawn in and have a target on b2. Now, but white's been taking it seriously. Look at his clock. And, black's got some active pieces, and I'm still looking for trades. What do we have here? Oh, removing the defender. Black is now winning. See, white's looking for trades, and we have a big whoops. Now, white's only up the exchange, and black's got some dangerous pawns. Defense to stop the check. Attack the pawn. Now white's defending. Black is doing great. From a dead lost game, white stopped paying attention, and black didn't.
Check.
Okay, so how do we get this rook in the game? My goodness. I guess he's got to go here so he can go here. That's the only route out. Unless we can, so, we can go here, we can't back up to here. We can go here to f2 and back up and go over. We could also sack and pick up the 2 pawns. Very, very tricky. No, wait a minute. I don't know. White might just have to say we want to draw, but let's look at this. Maybe that king is close enough. Maybe not. Okay, now here the king's going to run this way. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we can't even sack here. I mean, we can't take the D pawn. No, we can't. Let's try this one. black's doing well.
Check. Check.
Looks like he doesn't want to draw yet. Well, this is the chance to get that rook out of there. You know, give him some breathing room. Here comes the king. And now he shuts off the king. Amazing. Wow. Oops. What happened here? Back 18. White didn't expect he was losing this, and all of a sudden,
check.
All of a sudden he was.
Check.
Absolutely amazing. Good recovery. Let's, I mean, you know, this knight c5 just defies logic. I don't recommend you try this at home. Okay. Let's see.
Check.
Okay, so I disagree with those two moves. But,
check.
You know, it seemed like it's, you know, even though White was still winning, I gave my reasons why I disagree with that. But how did,
check.
You know, White's getting everything he wants. But, you know, he did give Black a pass pawn. So, you know, sometimes we got to, was it worth it to give him the pass pawn to get the queens off? I mean, let's base the question. Let's come back. Okay, what have I said? What was I saying earlier? Let's play for mate. Well, how do we play for mate? By keeping the queens on. Let's try this move. Okay, instead of winning the piece back, let's just change the move order. Now, if Black retreats his bishop, you know, this has to be strong. This has to be strong. There's the discovery coming. So Black has to take. And now let's just do this anyway. You know, Black's in serious trouble here. You know, you move the king or I'm sorry, move the queen, and look at all the discovery checks we have. They're everywhere. I mean, there's even a couple of double checks on the board. Like if we want to draw the king to d6, or try to draw the king to d6. I'm not saying it's good, but you know, don't just trade. See,
check.
You got wood off the board, but you also gave Black a pass pawn. You know, he's playing for trades again.
Check. Check.
And now all of a sudden d4 came. And he repeats the move. And look, Black has two center connected pass pawns. And, you know, what I covered earlier, you know, White was piling up on e4. I mean, all he has to do is this. You know, now maybe you're afraid of the pin. Okay, I can understand that. You're afraid of a pin. It's good to be afraid of a pin. But let's just do this. You can't avoid a rook trade. It's coming. Now you need to save this pawn. Although maybe we can let the bishop leave so the rook can get in the game somewhere. But White is completely winning this. Just two minor pieces for the rook. You know, it's not exactly what we envisioned, but you know, when we want a piece on the 8th move of the game, I think it was. But don't just play for trades. Okay. I'm gonna take a little break. I'll do at least one more game. I don't know how long these videos take.